Hey dolls, and welcome to my channel. So I just kind of wanted to show you an idea I had. The other day I was just sitting here thinking about makeup organization and organizing everything so it's not so cluttered and all that good stuff. Well, I have a lot of makeup. Obviously, if you watch my channel and you've watched it since I began making videos and you've listened to me and you've watched my reviews and my hauls, you know that I have a makeup obsession. It's my life. That's what I do for a living. I'm a makeup artist. I love makeup. So it's kind of like an addiction. I mean, I guess it's better to be addicted to makeup than other things, but you know. Anyway, so I was trying to think of organization and ways to make things easier for me in my job and in my everyday life, just in my personal life as well. Sorry, I got my tea right here, guys. So, I'm so thirsty right now. Okay, so I was trying to think, of a way to organize, and I started just really... Honestly, I don't even think I slept that day. I was so obsessive compulsive about this. I started going through videos of makeup organization and depotting shadows and making your own palettes and making your own Z palettes. And I'm a crafty person when it comes to certain things, but when it comes to like making a palette that looks like a Z palette, no, I'm not so good at that. So I actually made a palette out of a CD a while back before I actually bought my Z palettes, and it looked cute, but it's not something that I would want to bring on a job. It's not sturdy enough. So I ended up buying the Z palettes, and I'm not sure if you guys know what the Z palettes are, but I am going to show you what they are. I'm pretty sure I did a review on them when I first got them, but I will show you. I'm not sure if I did, actually. I don't know, but I'm going to show you now. I have them over here. There's no room up here, as you see that. But, these are my Z palettes right here. I only have two. The Pro palette, I don't remember if it was 24 or 28, but this is the Pro palette. This palette is bigger and it is thicker. And then this is just the large Z palette in the cheetah print. So I'll show you the difference. It's not much bigger, but it's a little bit thicker too, like I said. So it's about that much bigger. And then, oops, if I can get it to stay straight, it's thicker than the regular large palette. So basically you can fit more, and you can put makeup brushes in here. If you didn't fill it all the way up, you could put brushes in there for if you're on a job or if you just need it for your everyday makeup use. These aren't cheap. They're well made. They have a clear plastic. It's pretty rough, if you can hear that. It's nice because you can see through it and see what colors you have. And the good thing about these is you can mark them right on the back. You don't have to... See, like, I just put the name here because this is one of my balm palettes that I had with beautiful shadows in it that I depotted. And I just put the name of the shadow. It's nothing fancy, but it's also mixed in, though, with my Flirt 40 eyeshadow palette, which I am dying to find again. Oh, I thought they were going to have them again at Kohl's, and I didn't see them, so I'm hoping they're going to come out with them again, because it's one of my favorite palettes all time. Beautiful colors, just really pigmented. These are lip glosses down here, and is this a blush? Oh no, that's also a lip gloss, sorry, or like a cheek tint. So that came in the balm palette. But yeah, so I put all my shadows in there, and then this one is just the large Z palette. These, I believe, are 20. The Pro palettes are either 24 or 28. They came out with a baked palette. I think it's like a domed palette where you're like something that's domed, like a baked shadow, or like hard candy eyeshadows. They're domed. You can put them in there, and that way they won't get smushed at the top of them. I don't know how much those are, though. They have smaller Z palettes. I mean, they're really nice to have. They're just not cheap. See, and I don't know. Let's see how many shadows fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 shadows that are, I think these are the same size as the MAC. Yeah, 28 shadows. So, that's pretty good. And then, of course, you can, like, you know, I have the bigger lip glosses in there. You can, any size you can put in here, but I think 26, the 26 millimeter pans, I think that's what they're called. Those are like the normal size for most, you know, loose eyeshadow pans like this. But anyways, these can get expensive to buy. Like I said, this and this palette, plus each palette came with, I believe, 20 or 30 magnets, and then I bought an extra pack of magnets just to have them because they're really, really nice. Z palette magnets, if you use those, you can cut them, but they're a little bit tougher to cut than regular magnets. But if you use them, you guys, they will make any shadow stick. Any shadow to any magnetized palette like this. So, another freeform palette that I have are my two MAC palettes. And they discontinued these, and I'm so upset about that because these are the awesomest palettes in the world. They're just sleek. They're nice and thin. They're really tough. They're easy to clean. I mean, you just have to wipe them and they're clean. They have a little, you know, you just push it and it opens. And inside it holds 15 shadows. And then I have all the names with little tags. I've had this for a couple years now, and they still look great. And then all my shadows are right there. This is more of the, I don't know, they might equally have, no, this is more of a, I mean, there's kind of neutral and, you know, more brighter colors, but same thing with this palette. This one got dirty because my bronze shadow broke. So I have to clean that. Unfortunately, I was really upset because that's a beautiful color. And MAC shadows also have the names on the bottom of the magnets. If you own MAC shadows, you know that. That's one of my favorite colors. Beauty marked. It's a beautiful color. But anyways, so those are the freeform palettes I own. But like I said, it can get a little bit expensive to every time you want to depot shadows buying a Z palette. They have the uni palettes, which are like $30, I think, $26 or $30. But you can get freeform palettes on tkbtrading.com. You can get them on eBay. TKB Trading actually has really nice ones, and they're not expensive. I want to say they're $6 a piece. So, but I thought for my single Wet n Wild, these are all my 3-pan palettes. I don't have them all, but I have quite a few of them. I have both the holiday palettes, the Fauna and Flora, and then I have the Comfort Zone, the Petal Pusher. I need to get Blue Had Me at Hello, and I also want to get the 3 new palettes that just came out, but I can't find them anywhere. I want to cry. But anyways, I had an idea, because with these, because they're like a cheaper price, they're awesome quality. I mean, anybody that owns Wet n Wild knows that their shadows are absolutely positively wonderful and they're well pigmented. But I thought, you know, I don't need to magnetize these in particular shadows down, because once I run out of them, I'm just going to go buy a new one. You know what I mean? I don't need to have a magnetized palettes for my single shadows. I really don't have to have it for these either, but I think I am going to buy off of TKB Trading a couple palettes just for these sizes because of the way they're shaped. But as far as the single shadow goes, I don't need nothing special. I just want them in a palette to where I can get to them. And because I don't use, if you guys look at these, they're almost brand new. I've only used them a couple times, and that's because they're not accessible to me. If I have them in a palette where they're all together, I will use them. So I went through all my palettes that I had, and I couldn't find anything, and I thought, okay, I'll make a palette, but like I said, I'm crafty with jewelry. I'm crafty with, you know, crocheting and makeup and certain things. But when it comes to constructing and making something, I'm not good at that at all. So I found this. This is actually it was a color concept palette that I had bought a couple years ago, or maybe it was last year at CVS for, I think it was $5, I want to say, and it had 50 eyeshadows in it. They were really small, really cheap, and they did not work at all. So I depotted them, and I don't remember why I did that. I think I depotted them because there were a couple colors that were nice, and I was going to put them in my magnetized CD palette I made, but I ended up just throwing them out because they were crappy. But anyways, I kept this just because I always keep stuff like this to recycle and use again. I thought I could put hair stuff in here or whatever. And when I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute. That would be perfect for my single shadows. I mean, it's a palette. You know, it's just plastic. The color concept part, I just rubbed it off with alcohol. It's still there, but whatever. And then it just opens. Blah. If I can open it. I mean, I've seen everybody. Wow, I can't open it with one hand. I've seen a bunch of people do different things, you know, online. I mean, with me being a makeup artist, the easiest thing for me is to just buy the Z palettes or palettes like the Z palettes and just throw magnets on the bottom of the depotted shadows and throw them in there, because I circulate my makeup so much that that's the smart thing to do for me. But for, you know, like these that I believe are only 93 cents or something, or $1 a piece, I'm just gonna glue them in here with hot glue. So I thought that I could just start stacking them in, you know, the way I want them, and once they're out of the pan, you know, like this, and just glue them in there. And then I could label them like how I did my MAC going down. You know what I mean? So I thought that would be a good idea. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I watched a whole bunch of videos on how to depot the shadows. I mean, this is a good size. That'll fit quite a few single shadows. I don't have all the Wet n Wild single shadows, and they're not expensive, so I'm just going to make this a Wet n Wild single palette. You know, single shadow palette. And I heard the way to make these is to take a candle, you light it, and then, well, obviously you have to peel back the back of the shadow, which is just black without the little label. And then you take a candle, you light it, and then you hold the shadow, and you kind of move it, excuse me, about an inch away, and you move it back and forth for, you know, I'd say probably 30 seconds to maybe a full minute. And then you take something with a sharp edge, like a thumbtack or a like a needle, like a thicker needle, and all that heat is doing is unbinding the glue that's gluing the pan down in this little palette, in this little plastic palette. You stick it right in the corner, right up in there, and you just pop the pan out. But you have to be careful. You don't want to pry it out because it'll break the shadow. So that's what I'm going to do. And I thought I'd just share this with you guys. So I'm going to upload this video just telling you guys about my idea. And if you guys have any ideas or you know a better way of doing this, or, you know, you've made one yourself, you even want to make a video response, or, you know, you just want to leave a comment, you know, leave it down below, let me know. And once I am done with gluing the ones that I haven't, because like I said, I'm just going to do the singles. I don't think I'm going to do these, just because I think I want to get a specific palette for these. I mean, they have some really beautiful colors in these palettes. I really, really love these. The Don't Steal My Thunder is like a perfect smoky palette. I don't even think I've ever used it. I've swatched it. I was able to get my hands on Pride, but I was not able to get my hands on Greed, I believe it was, and I really wanted that palette. But anyways, yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys this, and once I am done gluing them in here and labeling them, oh, and by the way, I'm using a hot glue gun to glue them in, because I figured with a hot glue gun, if I did want to change the shadow out, all I would have to do is pry it out of there, and you know what I mean, I could peel the glue off and re-glue another one. So I'm going to use a glue gun with some glue sticks, and that's how I'm going to do that. So I just wanted to show you guys that, and I will come back and show you the finished product soon. Okay, bye guys.